My name is Olivia, and I'm a 32-year-old single mom living in the bustling city of Dallas, Texas. It's not an easy life by any means, but I do whatever it takes to provide for my young daughter Lily and take care of my aging mother. Every morning, I wake up before the sun, preparing Lily's breakfast and packing her lunch for school. As she eats, I quickly get myself dressed and ready for the day ahead. First stop, my job as a cashier at the local grocery store. It's not the most glamorous work, but the steady paycheck helps keep a roof over our heads. After my shift, I rush to my second job as a part-time waitress downtown. The tips can be decent, but the long hours on my feet take a toll. Still, I know it's necessary to make ends meet. By the time I get home in the evening, I'm often too exhausted to cook, so we end up relying on frozen meals or simple sandwiches. Despite the constant hustle, I try my best to be present for Lily, helping her with her homework and reading her bedtime stories before we both collapse into sleep. On the weekends, I pick up dog walking gigs to supplement our income even further. It's a never-ending cycle of work, worry, and doing whatever it takes to provide for my family. Sometimes, I catch myself daydreaming about what life might be like if I didn't have so many burdens weighing me down. But I quickly push those thoughts aside, knowing I have to stay strong and focused for Lily's sake. She's the light of my life, and I'll always do whatever it takes to give her the best possible future. As I was restocking the shelves at the grocery store one ordinary day, my shopping cart suddenly collided with another. Turned to apologize, and my breath caught in my throat as I locked eyes with a handsome, well-dressed man. "I'm so sorry, let me help you with that," he said, bending down to pick up a few items that had fallen. I was struck by his kindness and gentle demeanor. "No need to apologize. It was my fault. I'm Olivia, by the way." I introduced myself, feeling a strange sense of comfort in his presence. "It's nice to meet you, Olivia. I'm Daniel." He flashed me a warm smile. "I just moved to Dallas a few weeks ago for work. Still getting used to the layout of this store." We chatted for a bit, and I couldn't help but feel drawn to this stranger. There was something genuine about him that put me at ease, despite the stark contrast between our circumstances. As I finished my shift and headed home, I found myself thinking about our chance encounter, wondering if I might see him again. Over the next few weeks, I noticed Daniel frequenting the grocery store, often striking up conversations with me as I worked. At first, I assumed he was just being friendly, making small talk with a fellow customer, but slowly, I began to sense a deeper connection forming between us. Daniel was always respectful, never overstepping, but his kindness and attentiveness were impossible to ignore. He would ask about my day, inquire about Lily's well-being, and sometimes even bring a little treat for her. I found myself looking forward to our chats, drawn to his calming presence and genuine interest. One day, as I was struggling to push a heavy cart to my car, Daniel appeared out of nowhere. "Let me give you a hand with that," he said, effortlessly maneuvering the cart to my vehicle. "Thank you so much, Daniel. You really didn't have to do that," I replied, grateful for the assistance. "It's my pleasure, Olivia. I'm happy to help." He flashed me a warm smile. "I know how tough it can be, juggling everything as a single parent." As we loaded the groceries, I found myself opening up to him in a way I rarely did with others. "You know, it's not always easy being a single mom. I work so hard, but sometimes it feels like I'm barely keeping my head above water." Daniel listened intently, his eyes filled with empathy. "I can only imagine how challenging that must be, but you seem incredibly strong and resilient, Olivia. I admire that about you." His words touched me deeply, and in that moment, I felt a growing bond between us, one rooted in mutual understanding and respect. There was something about Daniel's gentle nature and unwavering kindness that made me feel seen and supported, even in the midst of my constant struggles. As I drove home that evening, I couldn't help but wonder what this newfound connection might mean. I knew I should be cautious, but there was something about Daniel that made me want to let my guard down. For the first time in a long while, I felt a glimmer of hope in my otherwise relentless routine. For the following months, Daniel and I grew closer. He would regularly stop by the grocery store, often bringing a small treat for Lily or offering to help me with tasks around the house. Found myself looking forward to our conversations, finding solace in his calming presence. One day, as we sat together on a park bench during my lunch break, I felt compelled to share something with him that I had never told anyone else. "Daniel, there's something I want you to know about my past. Years ago, I had to make the heartbreaking decision to put my daughter Lily up for adoption. I just couldn't provide for her the way she deserved." Tears welled in my eyes as the painful memories resurfaced. Daniel gently placed his hand over mine, his touch sending a wave of comfort through me. "Olivia, I can't even imagine how difficult that must have been. But the fact that you're still fighting to give Lily the best life possible is a true testament to your strength and love as a mother." "It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do," I replied, my voice trembling. "I think about her every day, wondering how she's doing. I never stopped loving her, but I just couldn't see a way to give her the life she needed back then." Daniel listened intently, his expression filled with understanding and empathy. "I'm so sorry you had to go through that, Olivia, but you're an incredible woman, and I have no doubt that you'll find a way to reconnect with Lily. You deserve to have your family together." Hearing his words of support, I knew I could trust him with my story. Together, we decided to take the first steps towards reconnecting with Lily, who was now a vibrant and curious 8-year-old girl. The process was daunting, filled with legal hurdles and emotional landmines. But with Daniel by my side, offering guidance and unwavering encouragement, I felt a renewed sense of hope. He helped me navigate the complex paperwork, providing a steady shoulder to lean on whenever the weight of it all threatened to overwhelm me. As Lily and I slowly rebuilt our relationship, there were many ups and downs. She was understandably cautious, having grown up with another family. But with Daniel's help and the support of the social workers, we navigated the delicate situation with care and patience. Through it all, my bond with Daniel deepened. We leaned on each other, finding solace in our shared experiences and the growing love between us. He had become a pillar of strength, true partner in this journey towards reuniting my family. The legal process of regaining custody of Lily was long and arduous. There were countless court appearances, interviews with social workers, and stacks of paperwork to fill out. With Daniel by my side, I navigated the system as best I could, but the emotional toll was immense. "I'm just so worried, Daniel," I confided one evening as we sat on my small apartment balcony. "What if the court decides that Lily is better off where she is now?" I couldn't bear to lose her again. Daniel placed a comforting hand on my shoulder. "Olivia, you are an incredible mother. The court will see how much you love Lily and how hard you're fighting to provide for her. Just focus on doing everything you can, and I know it will all work out." I appreciated his words of encouragement, but the fear and uncertainty continued to weigh heavily on me. I just want my little girl back. I think about her every single day, wondering how she's doing, if she's happy. It's like a piece of my heart is missing. "Can't imagine how difficult this must be for you," Daniel replied, his voice soft and understanding. "But you're not going through this alone. I'm here for you, every step of the way." We'll get through this together. As the legal proceedings dragged on, Daniel became a constant source of support. He would accompany me to court, take notes, and help me prepare for the various hearings. When I felt overwhelmed, he would listen patiently, offering words of comfort and practical advice. Finally, after months of anxious waiting, the judge delivered her ruling. I was awarded full custody of Lily. As the news sank in, tears of joy streamed down my face. Daniel pulled me into a warm embrace, sharing in my relief and elation. "I'm so proud of you, Olivia," he whispered. "You never gave up, and now you and Lily can start a new chapter together." That evening, as Lily and I settled into our apartment, the weight of the world seemed to lift from my shoulders. Seeing the happiness on my daughter's face, I knew that all the sacrifices and struggles had been worth it. With Daniel by our side, I felt hopeful and empowered, ready to build the life we deserved. As Lily and I settled into our new life together, I marveled at the sense of peace and belonging that filled our home. No longer consumed by the constant worry of losing my daughter, I found myself relishing the simple joys of parenting, tucking Lily into bed at night, helping her with her homework, and listening to her share the triumphs and trials of her day. Daniel had become an integral part of our lives, offering his unwavering support and friendship. With his encouragement, I had even started to explore the possibility of going back to school, determined to create a more stable future for Lily and myself. One evening, as the three of us sat together on the couch, Daniel turned to me and said, "Olivia, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I have something I want to ask you." I felt my heart skip a beat, unsure of what was to come. "What is it, Daniel?" He took my hand in his eyes shining with sincerity. "I know we haven't known each other for very long, but these past few months have been some of the happiest of my life. Being a part of your journey, supporting you and Lily, has meant the world to me. I love you both, and I want to be a part of your family, if you'll have me." Tears welled in my eyes as I processed his words. "Daniel, are you saying?" He nodded, a warm smile spreading across his face. "Olivia, will you marry me?" In that moment, all the struggles, the heartache, and the uncertainty of the past melted away. I pulled Daniel close, whispering my answer through happy tears. "Yes, of course I'll marry you." Lily's face lit up with joy as she wrapped her arms around us both. The three of us sat there, basking in the love and hope that filled the room. For the first time in years, I felt truly complete, knowing that my family was whole. As we started planning our future together, I couldn't help but marvel at the unexpected turn my life had taken. Just a few short months ago, I was a single mom, barely scraping by, haunted by the ghosts of my past. But now, with Daniel by my side and Lily back in my arms, I felt empowered, resilient, and ready to embrace all the possibilities that lie ahead. So what do you think? Does Olivia's story of perseverance, second chances, and the power of love resonate with you? I hope it does, because her journey is a testament to the strength and resilience of the human spirit, something we could all use a little more of in these challenging times. If you found Olivia's story as compelling as I do, be sure to subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends and family. Thanks as always for watching. See you soon with a new exciting story.